I was really interested more and more each class I went to and got really engaged. So it really changed me for like, oh, this is just a class, to it's changing the way that I interact with other people and talking about the ways we should be glorifying God.
I thought I knew a lot about Bible and a lot about missions and everything, and I remember sitting in the first lesson, the first class, 30 minutes in, we're not even out of Genesis chapter 3, and I'm repenting. I mean, I hadn't heard 3/4 of the stuff that we're going through.
I can't imagine a more comprehensive, excellent class on missions. Each week a different speaker is brought in from either a major mission agency or somebody who has just lived amongst a people group that's just given up everything to go.
Perspectives is really about God's heart, His heart for all the peoples of the earth, what He's been doing since the very beginning of time, when He created Adam and Eve, all the way to the book of Revelation, and how we are a part of that story. A lot of times we think about the Bible as a separate book that's not involved in our lives, but we are an intricate part of this story that God's telling.
And so anyone who's in Christ, if anyone takes on that name, is now part of the family business. And the family business is to see every nation, tribe, people, and language worship, gathering around the throne, worshiping Jesus. And so Perspective is an opportunity to come find out how do you engage in that role right here in this city or halfway across the world in another nation.
It shows you historically how missions has gone about, and it also shows you the cultural aspect of missions and what it looks like for other peoples to know Christ.
It teaches also that there's over 40% of the world that has never had an opportunity to hear the gospel. As you're hearing about God's heart for the nations, you really begin to more fully understand God's character, His love, His sovereignty, the different parts of who He is.
Perspectives actually has changed the way that I live my day-to-day life. It gives you a lot of practical tips, gives you a lot of ways to live on mission here in Lubbock in ways that you wouldn't think.
And everybody's got to answer this question. I've got one life to spend. What would make the biggest impact? If you're a Christian, you've got to be asking this question. And I think Perspectives has shed some light on some potential answers for you.